Welcome! In this video we will go through the chapter called Bonds Renewed. So that is the last chapter we need to do to complete the achievement called Ohn'ahran. Now it's also the last chapter in the Ohn'ahran Plains campaign. So first let's have a look at what we did in the previous chapter called Ohn'ahran's Blessing. So once again I have to go to Wowpedia because the lore book went missing since I completed the campaign. Okay, so Ohn'ahran's Blessing. The Kanamatra shared that she must blow the ancient horn of Dressal to answer the dragon's call for an alliance, but she needs Ohn'ahran's blessing. She sent you to her clan's home to ready her forces for war and connect with the mystics. You spread the news of war and met Boku, an anxious mystic who cannot hear Ohn'ahran. You accompanied him to find the other mystics at Ridgewater Retreat and find that Clan Nokut has attacked. After saving some of the initiates, the Ohn'ahran leader Tigari Khan sent you and Boku to find Ohn'ahran. You discovered that the Primalists and Nokut attacking Windsong Rise as Korleth tried to capture Ohn'ahran. Though you attempted to stop her, Korleth knocked the two of you off the cliff and out of her way. So yeah, that was what I was referring to as a overpowered action from a minor character. Anyway, with that put aside, let's start the chapter called Bonds Renewed.
You are welcome at my fire.
Chasing the wind. We must take a moment to pause and consider our strategy. We need Ohn'ahran's blessing to sound the horn of Dressal and summon the green dragons. Without their aid, we cannot win this war. The Nokut already outnumber the other clans, and their forces are bolstered by the Primalists. And now Korleth has captured our Wind Mother. We must therefore find Ohn'ahran before the Nokut can launch their final attack and encircle Marukai. I will send all of our scouts. I only hope we can find her in time. Listen to Scout Tomel's report.
Come back in one piece. Ah, your clan is as motivated as ever, Sansok Khan. Enter, Tomel. The Khans eagerly await your report.
Honored Khans, we have spotted a war band of Nokut, headed toward the Horn of Dressal. Balakar is leading them himself.
Sansok
How
Khan,
large is the
Brow.
warband? We should be wary. This might be a diversion.
As he
Enough
shines.
to overwhelm the village at the base of the hill, but far from all their forces.
What of Korleth? Have you seen her? Or Ohn'ahran?
No, not yet. We are still looking for them.
We must assume the Nokut want to destroy the horn, to prevent us from calling the green dragons. Sansok is correct. This may be a diversion. We cannot commit all of our forces, even if it is to defend our most sacred artifact. I will take the Khan's guard and confront Balakar myself. Tomel, outsider, you will come with me. Tigari Khan, Sansok Khan, gather your clans and prepare for battle. Once Ohn'ahran has been found and the green dragons have been called, we will march on Nokaden Hold.
Alright, so we are now supposed to talk to Kanamatra Sarist. So the things we missed is Khan's guard Akato saying Scout Tomel approaches. Or Tomel as they pronounce it. Anyway, let's speak with Kanamatra Sarist.
What will you ask of the Kanamatra?
The Horn of Dressal is one of our most sacred relics. We must assume Balakar has abandoned our ways. He will destroy it to prevent us from calling the green dragons. If we are to have any hope of saving it, we must make haste. Since you will not keep up with us on those two legs of yours, we have prepared a mount for you. Typhon is our largest Bakar. He can carry you swiftly to the horn, or you can take that tame drake of yours and meet us there. I understand.
May your ancestors guide you well.
So either you ride Typhon, or you, well, I mean Typhon ridden isn't optional, or you can just fly there, but I'm gonna accept the ride because there's a little bit of dialogue when you do so. So this is Typhon, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, who is a massive Bakar. Look at that good boy. Typhon tilts his head to his side, to this side, his tongue dangling. Good boy, let's ride. Take good care of our new friend, Typhon.
We must hurry. The Horn of Drusal must be protected at all costs.
I don't think an outsider can really understand the gravity of the situation, Ohn'ahran.
Then I will educate them. The Horn is our most sacred relic, built generations ago by Tira herself as a symbol of the friendship between the Maruk and the dragons. Before the dragons departed, a ceremony was held at the site. In times of great strife, blow the horn and we will answer, the dragon said. Ohn'ahran herself blessed the horn, summoning great winds to blow through it. That was the only time the horn has sounded in our great history. Though it has been centuries since the Green Dragons left these lands, they entrusted the Maruk with protecting them. I have to believe that the dragons will still honor our pact of friendship and come to our aid when we sound the horn. But that pact and our entire way of life is now threatened by that fool Balakar and his selfish bid for power. Let us hope the Tirai who guard the horn have held out.
Discovered Horn of Drusal. And then Typhon disappears. Too bad. So what can we see up here? Nokud Scavenger, Nokud Raider, Nokud Storm Slasher, and a dead Tirai villager. So, we're not hopeful that the Tirai who guard the horn have held out.
Well met.
We are too late. The Nokud have overrun the Horn of Drusal and slaughtered my people. This act of aggression will not go unanswered.
Farewell.
No good can come of this. For thousands of years, the Tirai have guarded the Horn of Drusal, our most sacred relic. By sacking this village, Balakar has betrayed everything it means to be Maruk. There can be no redemption for him now. We must retake the Horn before Balakar can destroy it and rescue any Tirai who yet live. I'm going with you to personally bring that false Khan to justice. The Nokud will know the wrath of the Ohn'ahran. Enter the village with Ohn'ahran Saris and reclaim it from the Nokud. She says, and we get a small upgrade for that.
Khan's guard, I am entering the village with the outsider. Stay and defend this position as we advance. This is nowhere near the full forces of Clan Nokud.
As you command, Ohn'ahran, says Khan's guard Javatai. I'm guessing, but I'm not entirely sure that this was the Khan's guard from Tirakai, where we traveled to in the previous video. Okay, I'm gonna try and take this slowly for Balakar Khan. Because I suspect that this character cannot take on 3 enemies at a time. They have no pockets, okay. Let's kick that lightning bolt. Alright, that's 15%, so as you can see we get a progress bar. retake the village from the Nokud. Okay, this is quite a crowded area. What? Oops. Awkward. Okay, looks like she is hitting quite hard. So that's good. By she, I mean Consguard. No, Kanamatra, Saris. And lucky for us, someone else has turned up. Oops, wrong button.
I don't have a target. I'm out of range.
That speeds things along. Thank you for that. And Chiefsgate as I am, or Hoarder as I am. Let's check on this Tirai Survivor. Thank you, he says. Alright. I'm not gonna loot that in case he or she did not loot that, him or herself.
I need to target something first.
Alright. Yeah, she is packing quite a punch. Let's interrupt the enrage. There we go, 5% to go.
We have saved who we can. We must get through Balakar's lieutenant, Karad, to reach the Horn.
Come and try it, little Kanamatra! The Primalists have made me strong!
So does that mean that before they made you strong, you were just a weakling? Does seem like we are too late. The other players have killed her already. So let's give it a minute. Won't take long, or shouldn't take long. So yeah, like I said earlier, the lorebook entry for the regular campaign is still gone. That's because I completed or start even the next campaign on a different character. So unfortunately the starter campaign just disappears. It doesn't get mentioned anymore. Ah, there she is. She's not even that strong. Little Kanamatra, I wouldn't be so sure of myself if I were you. I've been looking forward to this for Balakar Khan. Interrupt that rage.
I require a target.
Wait, what is that up ahead? It is Ohn'ahran.
How? The Nokud are supreme.
Greetings.
And barely a scratch on her. What are they doing to Ohn'ahran? Balakar and Korlath will pay dearly for this.
Follow the wind.
Let me just
Take
check.
some food for the wind.
Okay.
Have you eaten?
Blowing of the horn. Why would they have brought Ohn'ahran here? So as you can see, Ohn'ahran. Unless... Hero! I do not think Balakar intends to destroy the horn. I think this is a trap. We must find a way past this wind, quickly. Witness Balakar and Corlet's plan.
On.
We must find a way to push through this wall of wind, quickly, before they can blow the horn. I am ready.
Almost there.
Now! Mother!
Let the winds carry us onward. The Emerald Gardens will fall!
They shut down one of the green dragons. So that was their plan all along.
The daughters of Tira smile on you.
I will not rest until Balakar answers for the crimes he committed here today. The slaughter of my people, the blasphemy against Ohn'ahran, the treachery against our ancient ally. Vengeance will have to wait. There are more pressing matters. We must help the green dragons.
Take some food for the road.
Green dragon down. Those dragons went down over the plains to the west. We must get to them quickly before the Nokud do. We would not want them to think of all Maruk as their enemies because of Balakar's actions. Meet the Kanamatra at the watering hole. At the watering hole.
Kanamatra! Was that the Horn of Drasol? It was loud enough to wake the dead.
Yes, Coraleth forced Ohn'ahran to bless Balakar. He blew the horn to lure the dragons into a trap. Tommel, return to Marakai and inform the Khans. Rally our forces and begin the march towards the Emerald Gardens. It is time to prove our allegiance to the dragons, or both of our people will perish.
At once, Kanamatra.
The winds have abated. You can reach the dragons quickly by riding your drake from a high point nearby. I will meet you there. Go with haste.
Yes, ma'am. So this... I'm just checking where Sarah's gone. Okay, so this was the Horn of Drasol, which was not destroyed by the Nokud. Actually, well, misused. Or its power has been abused by... let's ignore that. By the Primalists and the Nokud. Okay, unfortunately this does not disappear, but well. Whoops.
We cannot lose anymore.
Solitus! He's gone. So it may have been a little bit hard to see on the video if you saw it for the first time, but even though Garrett has said mother, Solitus was the one who flew in front of the bolt, caught the bolt, and unfortunately got killed, as you can see. So speak to the Kanamatra. By Ohn'ahran's winds. I had heard the stories about the ancient dragons, but to see them up close, they are truly magnificent creatures. But first we must untangle this mess Balakar has put us in. We must make it clear that we wish to aid the dragons. Let's explain ourselves.
Marithra, we mean you no harm. The death of your brethren saddens our hearts as much as the death of our own kind. Balakar did this. Balakar and his clan the Nokud. They have shown their weakness and their cowardice by working with the Primalists. We hoped to resolve our civil war, but now I see there is only one path forward. We must vanquish them. 3 clans stand with you, Daughter of the Dream. Tirai, Shikar, Ohn'ahran. We must join you to repel the warmongers from our land.
I accept your offer to stand with us, Kanamatra. My kin's sacrifice will not be forgotten. We fight together.
Phew, that was close. Might have been blamed for that attack on the green dragons.
Your presence is a favorable omen.
Our ancestors said the green dragons were tempered and wise. We are fortunate they restrained their anger long enough to hear our side of the story. Now that we know the Primalists and Nokud are our common enemy, it is time to take them down.
Follow the wind.
So we finally get to meet Merithra, the leader of the Green Dragons, who, well, we met in not such good circumstances.
Hello, champion.
So again, try to ignore this. With the wind at our backs. So, the Primalists have recruited Clan Nokud as allies. We have held off the Primalists until now, but the Nokud have brought a new weapon. A dragon killer ballista. I fear Solothus will not be the last dragon to fall to its foul storm magic. Come, I will take you to the Dragon's Haven at Shady Sanctuary. You can tell me what you know of the Nokud while the Kanamatra gathers her forces. We must prepare our next move. Ride with Garithus and Merithra.
May your dreams be peaceful.
Okay, no more dialogue.
Welcome.
My mother is kind and trusting, but I will keep my eye on you. We will travel west to the Green Dragon's Grove. It is a long journey. Are you prepared? I'm ready to go.
Please come back soon.
Garithus is a son of the Dream. That's interesting.
Shortly after we returned to our ancient grove to the west, the Primalists attacked. We destroyed them time and again. The Primalists knew they needed the Centaur on their side to defeat us. Clan Nokud's Dragon Killer Ballista is the key to their victory.
The Nokud are relentless. With their help, Koroleth's Primalist army has found a way to break our defenses.
The barrier to the ancient bow must not fall. Within it lies our portal to the Emerald Dream. I shudder to think what they wish to do to it.
Discovered the Emerald Gardens.
Our sanctuary lies ahead. Meet me there. We will rally the remainder of our forces.
Now we can see them in their human form, or their humanoid form. So during the flight I was trying to point something out with my cursor. That's that she, Merithra, was carrying Solothus back to the Shady Sanctuary. So the green dragon that saved her. So we now also know what the Primalists and Nokud were intending to do with those bolts they were gathering in the previous chapter. So the ones that were infused with storm magic. So they were just plotting, they were plotting an attack on the green dragons, or the Emerald Dragonflight. Unfortunately, Solothus has become victim of that plot.
Tell me of your dreams.
We have arrived, mortal. Welcome to the Emerald Gardens.
Rest well.
Shady Sanctuary. We must inform the rest of the Green Dragonflight that the barrier to the ancient bow is under threat. Garrotes and I have much to discuss. I will place my mark upon you. The other dragons who see it will know that you are my trusted messenger. Go and rally my flight. They must know and prepare for the battle ahead. Speak to Guard Captain, oh dear names, Aloin, Serioza, Sidra the Mender, and Vironicus. And for that we get, or we unlock the Winds of the Isles. Unlocks the ability Winds of the Isles. You can now detect and utilize gale winds that redirect your flight and propel you onward, boosting your speed in the direction of the gale. So that's this we can see right here, and that's also what we saw on the video, well, on the cutscene, where Koroleth and Balakor, well, kind of flew off. So after they shut down Celothus. Normally you would also get, well, I'm gonna say that for after completing this quest. So more than that in a minute.
May with this blessing my people will know that you speak with my voice. Now go, quickly.
Blessing of Merithra. Entrusted with the authority of the word of Merithra. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit. That's an optional quest, so let's ignore that for now. So I'm gonna fly upwards first. Doesn't matter in which order you do it anyway. So here we can see Vironicus, who seems to be a large green dragon. The primalists are scattered for the time being. Peace descends on the ancient bow once more. Thank you. So I think that is actually a little bit too early. I think that should be for, well, later. The Centaur clans have declared their support. Rally your troops. You heard Berena's roars. You heard the Volpera. To battle, dragons! Do your flight proud. So apparently Vironicus leads part of the Green Dragon's forces. So I'm not sure, or I wasn't sure if I had to mention this in the previous video or add this as a little bit of text or not, but the Green Dragonflight and Green Dragons and Emerald Dragonflight seems to be, well, they seem to be synonyms. Blizzard uses them as synonyms, so I'm gonna use that or do that as well. Basically it's just the same thing. Okay, down here we find Serioza, who is the flight master. Greetings. Oh my, I see that you've come on behalf of Merithra. Is something wrong? The ancient bow is in danger. Please help deliver the message. Your message will be sent on the swiftest wings to the farthest reaches of the groves. Everyone must help. And there they go. Messenger mallards. What, really? Everyone must, even the little one? Okay. Well, that's cute. Okay, so next up. Let's go here now. So over here you can find a optional part, speak to Aronas to visit Merithra's watch, and that sends you to where Vironicus was. So it just sends you all the way up there. As you saw, I just flew there myself. For Mira roars in pain. Easy, Mira. The more you stay still, the easier this will be to heal. So this is a green dragon that got injured. I think, yeah, Merithra already said this, that they had been defending the Emerald Gardens, which are just to the north of the Shady Sanctuary. They had been defending it for quite some time, so yeah, up here you can find the injured from those fights. Sidra the Mender. The Primalists attacked us without mercy. We held our own, but it came at a heavy cost. You are needed at the front. My sisters and I will answer Marithra's call. We will be right behind you to care for the wounded. Okay, and then speak to Guard Captain Alowen, who is just down this slope. Here we go, Guard Captain Alowen.
The Isles have awakened.
The Primalists seem to have paused their attack. Do you bring news of their movements? The Primalists are on the move. Marithra calls a flight to battle. More
Serve
bloodshed
well.
it is then. My forces will head there at once. See you in the fray. And then they disappear. So I think up here we can see the Emerald Gardens. That's for later. Come on, there we go. I think should be up here, yeah. Okay, so we now report back in with Marithra.
Hello, champion.
My Dragonflight my Dragonflight is ready then. Good. We'll confront our enemies with everything we have. So I was just thinking, and that was well, impairing my speech, I guess. So you not only get Winds of the Isles unlocked, but also you receive the next Dragonflight Drake. So that's the, let me think, Windborn Velocidrake. So let me just look it up.
Time to go already?
Which is this one. So let's replace it. Or replace the previous one with the new one. So this is the Windborn Velocidrake. So like I said, you get it as soon as you complete this quest.
Of me? Rest well.
So new dragon riding skill unlocked, Winds of the Isles. The Primalist front. The Ohn'ahran sent word that she and her forces have arrived in the Emerald Gardens. They've located Corleth and her Primalists. It appears a massive enemy invasion is gathering on a beach to the north. Wisely, she has several scouts watching strategic locations across the battlefield or around the battlefield. Go and collect their reports, then meet me and my forces at the battlefront. Glory awaits us in battle, and if we succeed, there will be vengeance. Speak to Scout Tomul, Ari and Bellica, Ohn'ahran and Marithra in the Stormscar.
Is it time to go already?
And thank you for that follow. Let me just check the time. We have 33 minutes. Okay, let me just think. I'm guessing I will have to split this video in two parts, because yeah, there's still quite some content. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this video right here. In the next video I will pick up right where we left off. So I'm gonna pick up this quest again. But first let's summarize what we did. Okay, so at the start of this video we received a situation report. Apparently Balakar and his forces were marching upon the Horn of Drusal. The Ohn'ahran guessed that the No-Kut and the Primalists want to destroy the Horn of Drusal so that the Mru could not call upon the ancient pact that was made between them and the Emerald Dragonflight. The, well, let's call it the Council, did worry that this may be a diversion, so the Ohn'ahran joined us instead of allocating all her troops, and then she took her Khansguard so that we could help out the village where the horn is located. Once we arrived, we learned that we were too late and the village had been captured. We then cleared their forces and took care of some lieutenants, upon which the Ohn'ahran noticed that Ohn'ahran was present as well. So she then realized the true intentions of Balakar and the Primalists and tried to stop them, but unfortunately it was too late. The Nokud and the Primalists used the storm bolts that we tried to destroy in the previous chapter to shoot down Merithra, the leader of the Emerald Dragonflight. However, Merithra was not shot out of the air, but Solidus was. He caught the bolts, which killed him in the process. We then met up with the Green Dragons and tried to clarify the situation, so they would not blame all of the Maruk for the Nokud aggression. The Khan Matra pledged our support to stopping the Primalists and Nokud, and this was accepted by Merithra. Apparently they were only barely holding off the Primalists, and they would need all the help they can get to push back the combined Primalist and Nokud forces. We then gathered our forces and reported in to Merithra, and in the next video we will see how this conflict evolves, I guess, because we are now supposed to pick up some scouting reports which will take us to the battlefield, most likely. Okay, I would like to thank you for watching, and I hope you will check out this next video as well. See ya!